This is Gabby Delapiani, and I am performing Lab 7, the determination of acidic acid concentration. I am doing activity 1 right now. I've already done one trial just to kind of test to see what it looks like, and I've kind of set up what my second trial will look like too as well. So I've already weighed out the volume of the vinegar. I've weighed out the volume of the vinegar. Transferred it to the flask and added the 2 drops of the phenolphthalein, and now I am filled up my syringe. My starting point is at 7.5, so I'm going to record that 7.5 milliliters, and now I will continue to drop I will start to drop some of the solution into the flask and find out when there is a color change and then record that volume. So as you can tell, I'm trying to be very, very delicate. Oh, goodness. So there was a color change right there. I don't know if you saw that, but it was very immediate, it was very short, but it did not take much. Actually, we're at 7 now, so it only took 0.5 milliliters. So that is activity 1. I will do that one more time, and then I will do all my calculations after. So yeah, that's activity 1. So now I am on activity 2 of Lab 7, and it's the same setup as activity 1. The only difference is they want us to use a different type of vinegar to see if that changes the percent of acidic acid in a vinegar. So I happen to have apple cider vinegar at home, and so I will be using this as my sample of vinegar. So I've cleaned out my pipette, I've set everything up again. I'm just going to weigh out the volume right now. So it says approximately 5 milliliters into the graduated cylinder. Almost there. There we go. So my volume ended up being a little bit bigger than it was with the other vinegar that was in the lab, so I'm going to record. Not my volume, I mean my mass. The mass of the. So it was 5.55 grams. And I have my sodium hydroxide already ready. I just used from the previous activity. It will be starting at 6.3 milliliters. And then, so now I'm going to transfer this over to the flask. I'm going to drop in my phenolphthalein. 2 drops. 2. Swirl it around a little bit. And now I'll take the syringe and see how much it takes. Oh, that was immediate. So I don't know if you saw it, but after just like 2 drops it changed. So it changed like a milliliter. So I'm going to redo that activity 2 more times and see if that makes a difference at all. And once I do that, that will be a completion of activity 2. So activity 3 of Lab 7 is a lot of just calculating molarity and percent mass from the data that I collected from activity 1 and activity 2. I will say that just giving you an overall statement of the lab, the vinegar sample that I was given in the lab did have, it took more of the sodium hydroxide to have a reaction, whereas my apple cider vinegar almost had an immediate reaction. So doing the calculations, maybe we'll better understand why that is. But yes, I just wanted to give you an overall overview, because activity 3 is just calculating, and there's not really a lab portion to it. So that is lab 7, and yeah.